Hey, it's studio time. The Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Send your band submissions to Nate at radio949colorado.com.
And welcome back to Studio 94.9. It's the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Nate Wild here with you, and we have our guests in the studio here with me. The Burroughs are joining me. Welcome, guys and gals.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going today?
Great, fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. We've got a full house here, 6 people. Johnny, Bree, Mary, Hayden, Brian, and Sean, right?
That's really good because I don't remember everybody's name. So
Nice.
And there's usually 3 more of us, but we're a little condensed today.
So you got like Slipknot light going on is what you got going on today.
Yeah.
Let's trash cans.
let's trash cans.
Nice. All right, well, if you would, can you just introduce me and the listeners to the Burroughs? Give me a little quick bio of the band.
Yeah, definitely. So we are a soul band out of Greeley, Colorado. We've been around for about 3 years. We play what we call sweaty soul music. Basically, it's soul music that if you're not sweating by the end of our set, you're not doing it right. Lots of energy. Do I need to say more?
No, I think that about covers it.
Tell me about the synthesis of this band. How did it come together?
So basically, I used to do open mics when I first moved to Greeley about 4 years ago. And a man named Craig Bassarich, who was a trumpet player at UNC, saw me play a couple times. He approached me and he said, "Would you like to start a soul band?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he said, "I can get horns together if you'll get a rhythm section together." And I was like, "Thank God," because I always wanted to play a band with horns. We were going to play one set. That was going to be it. And then we'd have a group of musicians that if we wanted to play any more shows, we would. We played that one show. A ton of people showed up. The energy was great. We got like 3 or 4 show offers right after that. And now it's 3 years later, and it just keeps getting better every single show.
Cool. How'd you get so many members? Are these like the original members, or?
We have a mix. So I think there's like half of the people here today were at the first show. I joined the second show.
Okay.
And then we've picked up some people along the way. It was always a big band.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. Life, people move in and out. But now we've had the same lineup. This is for 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're pretty tight knit at this point.
Yeah, it feels nice. Feels like we're really establishing what this group of people are as the Burroughs, which is real nice.
Nice, very cool. Let's get into one of your tunes here, if you would be so gracious.
Yeah, sounds good.
The song is called Do What? Can you tell me a little bit about this tune?
Yeah, definitely. So sometimes when I write songs, I like to think of like 2 artists having a baby together.
Okay.
So like this song to me is if Stevie Wonder and the Jacksons had a baby.
All right,
it would
all
be
right.
this song. And it's actually a brand new song. We're about to get ready to go in the studio and record our first full length in the studio album.
Nice.
So this is one of the tunes that's going to be on that album.
Cool. All right. Well, once again, we're joined by the Burroughs today. It's Studio 94.9. This song's called Do What? Take it away.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
your feet. Might as well I let the old damn town now. So you and me gonna be dancing on the street. Hey. Ooh. Saxophones get it. Hey. Hey. So come on, let's step on outside. There's a beautiful world here to find, and it was made for you and me, girl. Hey, so baby, let's let the spotlight illuminate our love tonight. Let's do what we were made for. Gonna be dancing on the street now. Hey, about to get down. Gonna be dancing on the street now. Hey. Hey. Gonna be dancing on the street now. Hey. Gonna be dancing on the street now. Hey.
Nice. The Burroughs, Do What is the title of that tune. It is Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge here at Radio 94.9. So, the Burroughs, is this like a Van Halen thing? Like one of the guys in the band, are you Johnny Burroughs?
Yeah, it actually is my last name. Yeah.
Okay. Is that like, was it just easy?
Yeah, it honestly was suggested by Craig, the man who was the brains of the first band. He suggested that name. I wanted Johnny and the Redbirds. Nobody liked it. I like birds. I'm sorry. I like them a lot. And he suggested that one. I think it was because of my name, but he disguised it as saying it was like because of the neighborhoods in New York.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, because we're tied to New York. That makes sense. But we asked everybody and had people vote, and that was the one that had the most votes. So.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're the only Burroughs in the band. It's not like a family. It's not like the Jacksons.
Yeah.
When we started, there were 3 Burroughs in the band. And now, just in life, they've moved on to other pursuits.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And people think the band was named because there was multiple Burroughs, but it wasn't. So it was funny, like, after my brothers both left the band, they're like, well, you guys can't be the Burroughs anymore. And I was like, well, it was never the Burroughs because the Burroughs were in the Burroughs. So go away.
And it has nothing to do with like groundhogs or moles or anything.
No, but it could.
Burrowing.
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
to think that we burrow our way into the hearts of our listeners.
Into the soul.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
The
That
Burroughs
was
because
terrible.
because you're gonna dig it.
Oh.
This is good. This is a good brainstorm.
Hey,
we got
quick on
going
this.
here.
Is good. Do we have to pay you for this now? Like, if we use that?
6-pack.
Yeah.
I fear no beer. I'll take beer. All right, cool. Let's play another tune.
Sounds good.
This one's called Tighter. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
This is one of the first songs we ever played at our first show. One of the first like original songs we ever played. It's one I wrote a while ago, and it's one that people really love and really respond to. And it doesn't matter how long we've been playing it. Like, it's probably the one that people sing along to the most.
Okay. What's it about? Anything?
Yeah, it was about a girl. It was about a girl that we almost started something, and it never quite got there. And so it was my wishing that I had made something of what never was.
Gotcha. All right. Very cool. Yeah. Once again, I'm joined by the Burroughs today. It is Studio 94.9, and this tune is called Tighter. Take it away.
I should have held you tighter. I should have held you tighter when I had the chance. I should have held you tighter. Felt that heartbeat next to mine. I should have pulled you closer. I should have pulled you closer to me. I should have pulled you closer, yeah. Felt that heartbeat next to mine for the first and last time. Well, I said, boys, can you tell me the news? My head's been pulled down by these blues. And I said something that she can't refute. And everything she does tells me it's the truth. She wants love, love, love like a fire. Yes, she wants love, love, love. That's her only desire. Yes, she wants love, love, love like a fire. Yes, she wants love, love, love. That's her only desire. Yes, she wants love to take her home, burn her like a fire. 'Cause I should have held you tighter. I should ask for one more. Hey, I should ask for one more dance with you. I should ask for one more, yeah. Baby, when the night was through, Lord, I should have danced with you. Well, I said, boys, can you tell me the news? My head's been pulled down by these blues. And they said something that you can't refute. And everybody knows what they want but you. They want love, love, love like a fire. Yes, they want love, love, love. That's their only desire. Yes, they want love, love, love like a fire. Yes, they want love, love, love. That's their only desire. Yes, they want love to take them home, burn them like a fire. 'Cause I should have held you tighter. Hey. I should have held you. Hope it's good. Oh,
Yeah. Tighter is the title of that tune. The Burroughs are joining me in the studio today. It is Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Nate Wild with you. Now, I want to know kind of who your influences are as far as like a musician, you know, like I'm not talking about necessarily the band, but, you know, just you personally. Johnny, I'll start with you.
Well, definitely growing up, I listened to Otis Redding and Bill Withers were the two guys that like my dad played the most. And their voices always like just got to me right away. So definitely for me personally, those two musicians really influenced the way I sing. And then I really just wish I was Stevie Wonder, but I'll never get there.
Right on. I can see that. Okay. Let's go, Hayden. What about you?
I grew up with like Michael Jackson and all those cats. As for saxophone players, I really dig Bruce Johnstone. He played in Maynard Ferguson's band for a while.
All right.
And then Chet Baker, Jerry Mulligan, those kind of guys, the jazzers.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. How about Bree?
So I have a lot of jazz musician influences. And as a saxophonist, probably my all-time favorite is an alto saxophonist named Cannonball Adderley. Then also a huge fan of all of John Coltrane's music.
I love Coltrane. I was waiting for somebody to say Coltrane.
Yeah. What's your favorite album of his? Do you have one?
Love Supreme.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. We can be friends.
All right.
But like all these guys, you know, a lot of the classic, like, you know, funky, soulful, like dance bands and Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, you know, a lot of the really great songwriters.
Okay. Very cool. Mary, how about you?
Probably, to be honest, my biggest musical influence is Paul McCartney.
Okay.
I grew up just obsessed with the Beatles, all of the Beatles stuff. I'm the person who's like, I love, like Revolution 9.
Yeah.
It's great. It's fantastic. And then from a drumming point of view, I mean, I love Questlove. I love, it's like just like the funky, soulful drummers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like Revolution 9.
I do.
How about Two Virgins?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm more like, I like the goofy, like Paul McCartney gets into old American folk music stuff, Rocky Raccoon and all
totally.
of that. But, I love it all.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Brian, what about you?
So I'm a little strange because I played drums too. So one of my biggest drum influences and musical influences, the drummer Elvin Jones. Speaking of John Coltrane and Love Supreme. But for this band, I just love kind of Motown and, basically any music from the 60s. So a lot of the great bass players like James Jamerson and Duck Dunn and then newer guys like Pino Palladino who kind of channel that but then add their own flavor to that and can play in any environment. It makes it really fun, but you don't always notice them behind the scenes, so it's kind of fun.
All right, totally. And finally, Sean, what about you?
The Beatles were big for me as well. I picked up the guitar when I was 13 after watching the anthology on TV, so I was like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But more recently, I mean, the blues guys, B.B. King and stuff, and then I've been getting in like Kenny Burrell, Grant Green, Herb Ellis, some of the jazz guys.
Cool. Nice little smorgasbord of influences there. Okay, let's get into the final tune. If you guys would be so gracious to do that.
I think we can do that.
You Are My Joy is the title of this tune. Can you tell me a little bit about this one?
Yeah, actually, this is a spiritual song that I wrote, and I was playing it in a bar one night, and Craig and Hayden, and then another trumpet player that was in our band at first, Jordan, heard me play it. And they came up to me and they were like, we got to play this song. And I'm like, guys, it's a spiritual song. I don't know if we want to do that. And they're like, we don't even care. Like, we got to play this song. It's going to make people feel good. And it does. It's just one of those songs that you hear it. I mean, the title is pretty self-explanatory. And it's really just about having that person in your life that makes you feel better than anybody else. They make the sunrise. They sunset. Like, they are your everything. So every time we play it, people get real into it. It's got a nice kind of gospel tinge at a few points, and it's a single we recorded last year. So we're really proud of how that came out in the studio. So this is "You Are My Joy."
All right, right on. Take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get down now. Hey, get it now. Hey. Oh. Whoa. As each day there is a life that I can feel, like the rushing of blood inside my veins. I hear you call and so I wanna steal a moment to hear you say my name. Bring it down now. And when I think about your love for me, I begin to burst like the sun out of the sea. You are my joy. You are my joy. You are my joy. You are my joy. Get it now, sis. And like the sun, I know your love is real. It illuminates the endless star. Hey. And in the light with you, I made a deal to abandon the fear inside my heart. And when I think about your love for me, I begin to live unbound so freely. You are my joy. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I am beside you, I know I ain't feeling low. Take old school right now. I said, I know when I am beside you, I know I ain't feeling low. The band comes in right here. I said, I know when I am beside you, I know I ain't feeling low. Hey. I said, I know when I am beside you, I know I ain't feeling low. You are my joy. 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 You are my. Get down now, since you now. Everything my joy now. Oh, my joy, my joy, my joy, my joy, my joy. Yeah, you my joy now. I said, I know when I am beside you, I know I ain't feeling low.
All right. The Burroughs with You Are My Joy. It is Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Nate Wild here with you again. Now, tell me, Johnny, do you do like all the songwriting yourself? Are you kind of a solo kind of guy doing that, or how does that really work?
Well, basically, how it's been working for us is, I'll come up with what I call like the skeleton of the song.
Okay.
Or actually, Mary has been also recently coming up with the skeleton of a song, and it'll have all the structure that the song needs, and then bring that to practice, and then the band puts all the meat and the skin on it. So it really is a collaborative effort. Because I bring an idea, and I might have an idea for horns, or the horns will probably have a better idea. Tom, our keys player, might have an idea for horns or bass, or Brian will have an idea for drums. Like, everybody is able to kind of like talk into the other fields, and so it's really fun, and it's fun for me because I love to work alone, and then it's fun to get with people that are really, really good and take stuff to a like way higher level than I ever could.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys are all kind of in tune, like musically.
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways.
Most
I
of the
mean,
time.
you can't really write a song on drums, right?
Yeah, though there have been tunes that we start with just a groove
Yeah.
that we
Yeah,
want to
okay.
use. And I think that's really like the great thing about it is that everyone in the band is just a student of music, whether
Yeah.
that's in like a literal academic sense or just in a more general sense. And we like a lot of different musicians. So we'll talk about people that have just been in our ears lately and bring an idea in, and everyone is able to contribute, which is the ideal situation for a band. I think we've
Totally.
all been in bands that are not that way.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's really, it's in this group, I think we've found our people, which is why we've stuck together.
Yeah.
Right.
And everyone has the opportunity to really contribute significantly to the music.
And it works nice and influences back and forth. Because sometimes we'll be talking about a song and somebody will have an idea, or even in just casual conversation, somebody will say offhandedly to me like, "Oh man, I wish we had a song like this or something like this," and that'll inspire me to go home and like think about that and kind of then come with an idea, or it kind of can generate, spontaneously when we're jamming. So it's fun to see it go back and forth.
Yeah,
influence
totally.
each other.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys once again for coming in and
Thank
sharing your songs with us, sharing your stories with us.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Thank you
Thank
for having us
you.
in. We appreciate it.